And colors of emperors, you already studied this in unit 1. Emperor were predominantly red in Zhou dynasty, but Qin dynasty, Qin Shi Huangdi wanted to show his power in black. But Han dynasty as a classic period, Han dynasty and afterwards, you are always going to see the yellow golden for emperors. It's only emperors. And lesser kings or regional imperial rulers will have red or blue and other colors. So in town court painting, we start to see this kind of mianfu. We've seen the mianfu clothes earlier. And the prototype was probably made sometime in Shang, Zhou dynasties. But it doesn't change so much in the Tang dynasty. But we simply have a very good portraiture painting by this painter called Yan Lipan, so that it shows that Pyun hat, and there are 12 strings on the top, 12 strings front and the back, because he's the emperor. And then you can see the knee covering, skirt underneath, and then the black garment. And originally it's a little bit faint, but there are that 12 symbols of the emperors on the sleeve. And behind him, these are courtiers. So they have a translucent hat, but inside they have a nice knotted top hair inside. So mianfu is also called as mianfu. It's interchangeably used. And this one is called the mianguan, a crown topped with long board with 12 chains. And then it's a little bit lower in the front, and then the jade bead 12, and then top half is black, as you can see, black, and the lower half is usually red and crimson because of the skirt. And then you need a belt. And then bishi is the Chinese words of this apron style area, like a knee covering. Originally, people think it could have made of animal skins to protect abdomen and genital area, a little bit shorter, but later on it became longer and made of the silk, embroidered silk. So the motif overall was these sun and moon, and you're going to have sun and moon, like shoulders, and then you have stars and mountains, dragons and phoenix, those kind of motifs. And sometimes you even have an X, various types of motifs together, and those are all meaning that emperor exists for the people, and they will take care of the people well. So that's the symbols. So the point I wanted to make is the Chinese style ceremonial robe. This is a Ming dynasty. Didn't change much from the Tang dynasty, but you can also imagine that Tang dynasty clothes is very similar to Han. Then Han dynasty is very same as Shang and Zhou dynasty ones. These are the most ancient one. And if you put the strings on top of his face is hidden. So that's why artists came up with that strange way, but it's not side to side. As you can see here, it's a front and the back. And then black, sun and moon, right? Dragon and mountain and all the other symbols you see over here. And then this is actually a reproduction garment that you see in South Korea. It's still used in South Korea for ceremonies. So if you stand up, the knee covering is not that short. And then Vietnam also used the same type of mianfu style clothes for their emperors. And how do you close it? All toward your right side. And this is Japanese example too. So Japanese emperor also has a mianfu. This is from the Tokugawa period. And here you see the sun and moon, right? And then the mountains and phoenix, dragon, and then auspicious animals, and then sun and moon. But the symbols are not exactly the same as those used in China or Korea. The standard decoration is here. So it's unique not unique. It's all commonly found in China, Korea, Japan, and Vietnam. And why? Because other countries follow that Chinese hegemony of culture. So the role of the emperor or the king of each country, their primary role is to celebrate rituals to the heaven, so that they will be received by good, how do you call it? Agricultural reward, like a good harvest, no flood, no drought, those kind of things. You should not offend the heaven. So that's why emperors should have a moral and virtuous life without killing people with wrong reasons.